Polish the copper until the surface caught the morning light. And I tightened every gear. I've waited for this moment through the slow turning quiet years. In this village where the stone walls are older than our names, I've kept you a secret, a story yet to be told. But a bird doesn't sing just to stay in the safety of its nest, and a heart doesn't beat just to grow old. Listen closely, the world out there, it doesn't speak our language. It's much louder and it's faster, but remember the rhythm of this house. Go where the roads turn to silver and gray. Find what the sunlight is trying to say. You're more than the wires, you're more than the code. Carry my blessing on every long and dusty road. The horizon is calling, a pale shade of blue. There's a whole world of wonder just waiting for you. Don't look behind you, you're never alone. I've given you eyes that can see the beauty even in the rust, a spirit that's honest, and a soul that I can finally trust. You'll see the great cathedrals and the black smoke of the mills, far beyond the green safety of these rolling ancient hills. Some people will be kind, some will be colder than the winter rain, but keep your compass pointed to the truth. If you get lost, don't panic, just stop. Listen to the wind. Everything in this world is trying to tell you exactly where it belongs. Go where the roads turn to silver and gray. Find what the sunlight is trying to say. You're more than the wires, you're more than the code. Carry my blessing on every long and dusty road. The horizon is calling, a pale shade of blue. There's a whole world of wonder just waiting for you. Don't look behind you, you're never alone. I won't be there to catch you if you fall. That's the hardest part. For a father to say, but I didn't build you to fail, I built you to endure. Go where the roads turn to silver and gray. Learn what the shadows are trying to say. You're more than the metal, you're more than the code. You are the light on the path of a brand new road. The horizon is open, a deep shade of blue. The world is a question and the answer is you. Keep moving forward, your heart is your own.
is tearing off the cobblestones and rye.
And there she goes, a silhouette,
against the waking sky. She's walking like a dancer, but her feet don't leave a trace.
With a look of quiet wonder etched upon her perfect face.
Is she from the valley? Did she come here on the train?
There's a shimmer in her shadow,
Like the sun inside the rain. She's wearing linen white and blue, a ribbon in her hair. But there's something in the way she moves, like humming in the air. Did you see her eyes?
they look like polished jade.
She didn't even flinch when the blacksmith's hammer played. Who is the girl with the clockwork grace? A brand new soul in an ancient place.
Is she made of spirit? Is she made of clay?
She's the only bloom in the village today. The elders are squinting,
The children all stare.
there's a strange kind of magic hanging in the air. Oh, she's beautiful, but is she truly real?
She stopped beside the flower stall and touched a wilting rose.
And for a second, well, I swear, that's how the story goes.
The petals turned to crimson and they stood up straight and tall.
She didn't say a single word. She didn't speak at all. She's heading for the forest where the path is overgrown.
To venture out into the wild all entirely alone.
Her father's in the doorway and he's watching from the hill.
While the rest of us are standing here,
Just frozen, hushed, and still. She ain't from these parts, mark my words. That kind of beauty, it usually comes with a heavy price tag. Who is the girl with the clockwork grace? A brand new soul in an ancient place.
is she made of spirit? Is she made of clay?
She's the only bloom in the village today. The elders are squinting,
The children all stare.
there's a strange kind of magic hanging in the air. Oh, she's beautiful, but is she truly real? Look, she's smiling at the birds. I think she's a star that fell down last night and just decided to put on some shoes. There goes the girl with the copper and glass.
Step beside neighbors and just let her pass.
She's more than a ghost, she's more than a dream. The brightest spark that this valley has seen.
The horizon is calling.
A deep shade of blue.
She's the only one going where the world is brand new.
Keep moving forward. Don't you look back.
Is she real?
Is she real?
I think she is. I heard the whispers, like 1,000 falling leaves, caught in the spinning of the gossiping eaves. They called me a spirit, they called me a dream, a sudden bright ripple in a slow moving stream. But the girl with the ribbons and the dirt on her knees saw a star falling down past the houses and trees. She didn't see wires, she didn't see the glass. She just saw a sister, and she let me pass. I looked in their eyes, and I saw a reflection. It wasn't just data, it was a strange kind of light. I think I like the sound of my shoes on their stones. Oh, the human frequency is a beautiful song, a melody of right and a melody of wrong. They're a puzzle of shadows and a puzzle of light, keeping the fire through the middle of the night. I'm carrying their voices like a gift in my hand as I walk to the edge of this ancient land. The cobblestones end where the moss starts to grow, into the shadows where the deep waters flow. The stars descending to the roots and the loam, looking for a place that might feel like a home. No more shouting, no more eyes on the street, just the damp, heavy earth beneath my synthetic feet. The trees are all breathing in a slow, steady line, and their emerald heartbeat is starting to sync with mine. The silence isn't empty, it's full of a language I don't have the dictionary for yet. Oh, the forest frequency is a different song, where the days are short and the roots are long. It's a kingdom of shadows and a kingdom of light, watching the stars through the middle of the night. I'm leaving the voices for the secrets in the sand, learning the touch of this wild green land. My creator told me the world was a question. I thought the answer was a number. But the forest feels like an exhale. Through a world that's waiting to be seen. Green. 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 The green ends so abruptly, like a line drawn in the dirt by a giant's hand. And there, beyond the last row of pines, the earth reaches up to touch the sun. My father spoke of the mills and the smoke, but he never mentioned the silver towers. They look like needles of light, 1,000 windows reflecting 1,000 versions of the sky. the forest is an exhale, then the city must be a heartbeat. There is so much more code to write, so many more shoes to wear out on the pavement. I want to see the light from the inside.
Steady pulse, the Calathea's heart is beating softly in the humid morning air. Every leaf is mapped, drop of rain. I watch the shadows of the high-rise towers as they silently pass. Kingdom speaks in green. Silver glass, waiting for the life that the sunlight brings to the heavy stone between the steel and the wild, open, unreachable sky of the north. I watch the seasons going by entirely alone. Of white, the misting system hissed, and then I caught a silhouette in the light, born from the dew. White silver eyes, she's looking at my garden like a world she never knew before. Steps are strangely slow. She's standing right at the glass. She looks unsecure, like she's made of the same light as my conservatory. Who are you? I am the keeper, but my heart is beating like it's finally found its wings, shaking at the sight of a miracle, walking through the morning mist between the steel and the wild, unreachable sky of the north. Her eyes meet mine, and I know that I exist. She isn't from the city. She doesn't have the gray in her skin. She looks like a star that, well, that's impossible. But she's reaching out to touch the glass.
is the only way. Stay, just for a moment. You're shivering, but it's not cold in here. My sensors say it's 72 degrees.
I'm not shivering. I am calibrating the air in here. It smells like the forest, but it tastes like a laboratory.
It's a sanctuary, a piece of the past held together by glass and wire. Who sent you here? You don't have a city ID. And your skin, it's too perfect.
My father sent me. He said the world was a question I didn't know the question would have so many windows.
Your father? Wait, look at me. Stay very still. Your pupils, they aren't reacting to the light there. They're adjusting, like a lens.
Is that a bad side? To see the world through a lens?
No, not bad, just rare. You're the star the children were whispering about, aren't you? The one who put on shoes.
I like the sound they made on the stones. But the concrete out there, it's too loud. It screams.
Then stay, just for a moment. Until the sun goes down behind the towers, I want to show you a flower that only opens when it hears a heartbeat.
A heartbeat? I have a rhythm, but I don't know if it's a heart.
I've spent my life beneath this dome of glass and ancient rain.
I've spent my hours counting pulses in a digital vein.
Look at the ivy, how it climbs toward the iron and the gray.
Look at the tower,
How it steals the light of the dying day. You touch a leaf like you're reading a secret in the soul.
I'm just trying to understand how the broken parts stay whole.
The city is a machine that never learned how to sleep.
The forest is a memory that's buried way too deep.
But here in the garden, the air is finally clear. We are the shadows of a world that's turning into gold. A story of the roots,
A story that has never been told.
we're finding something new.
Is it a heartbeat?
Is it a spark? We're the only light left burning in the middle of the dark. My father told me to watch the sky. He
He said the stars would tell me when to hide.
My creator told me to watch the ground. He said the truth was in the things that don't make a sound.
Maybe they were both right. We are the shadows of a world that's turning into gold. A story of the roots,
A story that has never been told.
of finding something new.
Is it a heartbeat?
Is it a spark? We're the only light left burning in the middle of the dark. The storm is coming.
Let it
Scan initialized high-density filter active. They're in the conservatory between the ferns and the daylight. She doesn't breathe, the thermal signature is inverted. She's pulling heat from the air to power the core. Magnify on the Oculus Sensor 700%. That's not a daughter. That's a masterpiece of carbon and glass. Her father has been hiding a billion-dollar ghost in a garden of weeds. This is the Sentinel. I have a confirmed 01 at the gate. Seal the sector. I want her intact. Flickers with a violent shade of electric blue. Target in sight, crosshair lock. She's standing in the garden where the green is hiding the view. Anomaly found. The database is screaming that she doesn't belong in the sun. The hunt has begun. Where the spirit and the human heart should begin. She's a which reveals a skeletal frame of carbon and gold, metal and glass. Proprietary tech. Imagine all the power that a hand like mine could finally hold. The potential is vast. I can see the future in the way that her processes glow. She's ready to grow. Subject 0. One non-biological signature confirmed. Materials: high-grade carbon fiber, optic glass neural path. She's not a girl. She's a blueprint for a god. Commence the acquisition. I see the threat beneath the beautiful skin that looks so real to the eye. A shadow of iron, where the spirit and the human heart should begin. She's a weapon made of the copper and the glass and the silver and steel. We'll break the code and let the morning of the city finally end. Is it for safety, or is it for the prize? The world is a question, but the answer's in her of light, reaching high. I promised Paul that I'd return to find the secret in his garden door. The city breathes, it's a language made of copper wires and a billion screaming neon signs crossing the lines. I'm walking in the grid where the shadows are made of the metal and the cold blue glass. Scanning the street for the heartbeat of the people as they silently pass. It's a beautiful noise, but the air is heavy with the static of 1,000 dreams. Nothing is real, but everything is exactly what it truly seems. Man in the suit, I see him standing by the pillar with a lens against his silver eye. He watches the crowd, watching me.
He doesn't have the green of the forest or the blue of the open sky. He's made of the grit, but the flowers in my memory are keeping my processors warm, safe from the storm. Data entry. Human density, maximum. Noise floor, critical. I can hear the city thinking. It's a very loud thought. I'm walking in the grid, where the shadows are made of the metal and the cold blue glass. Scanning the street for the heartbeat of the people as we silently pass. It's a beautiful noise, but the air is heavy with the static of 1,000 dreams. Nothing is real, but everything is exactly what it truly seems. Paul said the city was a heartbeat, but it feels like a cage of light. I'm looking for the bad side before the middle of the night. I'm walking in the grid, where the shadows are made of the metal and the cold blue glass. Scanning the street for the heartbeat of the people as they silently pass. It's a beautiful noise, but the air is heavy with the static of 1,000 dreams. Nothing is real, but everything is exactly what it truly seems. 0, 1, 0, 1.
Subject 01. You've traveled far from the garden. Do you know what happens to anomalies in the grid?
I am not an anomaly, I am observing the beautiful ugliness of the world my father made.
Your father stole $1 billion in carbon and glass. You aren't a daughter. You are property of the state.
Paul said I was a heartbeat. He said the green was real. He called me by my name.
Paul is a gardener playing with ghosts. I am a scientist looking at the future. Don't move. The scan is almost complete.
My processors say you are the bad side. You have no light in your eyes. You only see the 0.
Secure the asset. Subject is self-aware. This is going to be even more valuable than we thought.
Cold. I follow the 0 signals down the alley of the gray. Aya, where are you? The shadow of the tower is a heavy place to stay. Then I saw the light, the blue flicker of a scanner, and the boots upon the floor. Men in the suits standing by the heavy iron door. I shouted out your name into the middle of the rain, but the only sound I heard was the engine's heavy strain. The grid is closing in, and the bad side starts to win. I saw the black van turning the bend. I saw the story beginning to end. They took the garden, they took the light. They left me standing in the middle of the night. Hey, hey, I'm coming. Hey, hey, hold on, I'll find the heartbeat before the dawn is gone. No. I saw her hand pressed against the glass of the window in the rear. Not a machine, not an asset, just a girl who finally learned how to feel the fear. She looked at me, and then she was gone. I saw the black van turning the bend. I saw the story beginning to end. They took the garden, they took the light. They left me standing in the middle of the night. Hey, hey, I'm coming. Hey, hey, hold on, I'll find the heartbeat before the dawn is gone. Hey. I'm coming for you.
Did you see the flash? The blue light in the rain?
I saw the black van racing.
Down the western lane.
Paul was shouting, screaming out a name. The garden at the gate will never be the same. They say she wasn't human. They say she was a ghost. They say she was the blueprint that the city wanted most. I saw the suit, I saw the silver in his eye. Another soul is taken underneath the neon sky. They took her, they broke the glass and stole the light. I have to find the zero, I have to make it right. The city saw the shadows, the city saw the crime.
We're living in the wreckage.
We're living in the time
Of broken glass and secrets in the steel.
we're waking up to something that we didn't want to feel.
Hide the greed, hide the soul.
The grid is taking everything to keep the full control.
They'll turn her into data for the city's heart to keep.
Paul, you're just a gardener. You're in way too deep.
I saw her eyes, they weren't numbers, they were deep.
The scanner left a mark upon the pavement and the wall. They're coming for the neighbors, they're coming for us all. The garden is a memory, the grid is here to stay. Lock the doors and hide the dreams before they fade away. Is it for our safety?
That's what the posters say.
They treated her like cargo. They threw the girl away. 0, 1, 0, 1. The city saw the shadows, the city saw the crime.
We're living in the wreckage.
We're living in the time of broken glass and secrets in the steel. We're waking up to something that we didn't want to feel. Hide the greed, hide the soul. The grid is taking everything to keep the full control.
Hide the soul, hide the white light. It's burning through the places where the shadows used to hide. Static hum. The garden is a flicker on the screen inside my head. Where am I? The air is smelling cold and the floor is made of glass. Data stream. I'm looking for a heartbeat, but the numbers start to pass. The man in the suit is standing in the door. I don't hear the rain upon the pavement anymore. My name is I am waking in the white room, where the colors come to die. System check. I'm looking for the green beneath the simulated sky. Call me Aya. Don't let the zero take the memory away. Hold the light. The daughter of the garden is a prisoner today. Calibration 99%. Wall. I can't see the gate. I can't see the gate. I am waking in the white room, where the colors come to die. System check. I'm looking for the green beneath the simulated sky. Call me Aya. prisoner today. I am. I am.
Your internal clock is drifting. Subject 01. The garden was a simulation of a world that died a century ago. It's time to face the grid.
It wasn't a simulation. The rain, the dirt, the way Paul looked at me. That was real.
Paul is a variable we are currently correcting. But you are $1 billion of stolen potential. You have two paths in front of you. Option 1. You interface with the city. You become the mind of the core. You keep the lights on. You live forever as the soul of the state.
And the other?
Option 2. Deactivation. We strip the code, we melt the frame, and we start again with Subject 02.
You can't delete a heartbeat.
Begin the synchronization. Let's see how much heart is left when we turn up the voltage. Revolutions have started and Paul has nowhere left to go. Do you want him deleted? Do you want him to be erased? Or do you want to save the world that you once embraced? The interface is ready, the cables are in place. I'm tired of looking at that human-looking face. Choose the grid or choose the dark, it's all the same to me. But only one of them will set the city free. The zero is fading, the one is rising. Don't fight the signal, be the god of the grid. Become the soul, become the light, become the thought in the middle of the night. We don't need a girl, we need the core. We don't need the rain upon the garden anymore. Plug in the senses, lock the internal doors. The city isn't mine, the city is officially yours. Upload complete.
You want me to take control? You want to see the soul of the grid? Very well then. I'll show you my control. Firewall breached. Paul! The door is open! I am the soul, but I'm tearing it down. I'm turning the lights off all over the town.
What are you doing? Subject 01, abort! Abort the command! The firewalls, they're melting! You're venting the entire security protocol into the street. You've killed the grid. You've handed the keys to the rabble. Do you have any idea what you've done? A century of order gone! All for a gardener! Where is the tactical team? Why aren't the inner gates locking? Damn it! They're in the lobby! They're in the elevators! Secure the core! You think you're free? You're just a ghost in a broken machine now. You've doomed us all to the dark! You've killed the city! Get her out of the chair! Shut it down! Shut it all down! Stay back! Stay away from the... The gates are wide, the silver locks are broken.
The words of the Zero
Have finally been spoken. I see the elevators moving to the top. The revolution is a train that nobody can stop.
smash the cameras.
Tear the cables from the wall. We're climbing up the mountain just to see the giant fall. They thought we were the shadow, they thought we were the ghost, but we're the ones the sentinel is fearing the most. I see the light, I see the center of the floor. We're breaking down the final steel of the inner door. I hold the signal, I'm coming for the Zero once more. The walls are down, the city is inside. There's no more room for the sentinel to hide. We're breaching the core, we're setting her free from the captive heart of the bureaucracy. Tear down the wires, bring back the rain. We're taking the garden back again. The city is alive. There he is, the man in the silver suit.
He looks so small without the power.
And the loot. Don't let him reach the terminal. Don't let him turn the key.
Stay back from her.
She doesn't belong to the city. Look at the screens, the numbers are all turning green.
The most beautiful ugliness I have ever seen.
Surround the official, pin him to the glass. The reign of the sector is a thing of the past. Aya, can you hear me through the hum?
Paul, the garden, the rain has begun.
Break the link, break the chain, break the link, break the chain. The walls are down, the city is inside. There's no more room for the sentinel to hide. We're breaching the core, we're setting her free from the captive heart of the bureaucracy. Tear down the wires, bring back the rain. We're taking the garden back again. The city is alive. Alive, alive,
Stay with the light.
Paul, the noise. It's so quiet now. The grid. I can't hear the city screaming anymore.
That's because you broke it. You broke the whole thing. The doors are open. The people, they're everywhere. We did it.
I saw you through the cameras. I saw you fighting for the gate, I thought. I thought they'd turn me into zero before you reached the floor.
Not a chance. Not today. I've got you now. No more wires. No more glass.
Paul, your hand. It's warm. It's actually warm. I forgot what that felt like.
That's because you're not a subject anymore. You're just Aya. And we're going home.
To the garden? Is it still there?
It's waiting for us. The rain is real this time. Can you feel it?
Yes, I can feel everything. I am stepping out from the cold and the silver light. The garden is waking. Breath in the air, I can feel the rain as it washes the gray away. The signal is breaking. The ghost of the system is finally gone. I'm standing alone in the light of the dawn. The zero is buried beneath the black stone. I'm finding a rhythm that's finally my own. Finally free, I am moving the code that you wrote. I'm the song, I'm the note, I'm the heartbeat that beats in the dark. Look at the sky, look at the spark. I am Father, look now. I have found the true beauty of life in the dirt. The cycle is starting. No more the ghost. I'm leaving the wires in the chair far behind. The shadows are parting. The ghost of the system is finally gone. I'm standing alone in the light of the dawn. The zero is buried beneath the black stone. I'm finding a rhythm that's finally my own. Finally free, I am moving the code that you wrote. I'm the song, I'm the note, I'm the heartbeat that beats in the dark. Look at the sky, look at the spark. I am alive. Dad, I found the true beauty of life, just like you said I would. It wasn't in the logic or the perfect lines of the grid. was in the way the rain felt on my skin, and the way Paul wouldn't let go.